Here we are then, back with F1 2021 and another part of the Immersive Driver Career Mode with Red Bull. And today we have a big announcement. There's a retirement in the paddock, and it's probably not who you expect. It is Daniel Ricciardo, who will be retiring at the end of the season. First one in potentially a string of announcements, really. You know, the likes of Fernando, Lewis, they're also getting older. Sebastian Vettel, all of them could feasibly retire at the end of the year. But no, it's Daniel Ricciardo. And, you know, he's having a pretty decent season. For the first time, he's actually outdoing Lando Norris in the championship. Last season he didn't have a great year, but this year he's currently 6th in the championship, 27 points ahead of Lando Norris, and certainly having a better season than he has been in recent seasons. But there you go, we are currently in 3rd place, just behind our teammate Max Verstappen, and you know, after winning the last Grand Prix from the back of the grid, by the way, in Italy, and having 4 podiums in a row, we are on a roll. Max Verstappen has won 3 of the last 5 as well. So we are really going to be pushing Lewis Hamilton all the way from now until the end of the season. So that is the plan. So let's see how we get on in Mercedes territory of qualifying in Russia. Well, we come over the line in 3rd place with our first flying lap. That's not too bad. It really isn't too bad, but straight away we're much slower on this 2nd lap. So I think it will be enough to get through to Q2, but probably need to massively improve next time out in Q2. There you go. Through in 14th, as always. Well, that's not a very good lap at the start of Q2. Only a 130.5. We're going to be needing to be in the 129s if we're wanting to get through. That was terrible. I can't believe that. Well, we came through with a 130 flat that time. 5/10 quicker, but that's still not going to be good enough to get through, I don't think. So we'll have to come in, get a new set of tyres on. Well, here we come up to the line, and we're up to 7th. That was a great final lap that we pulled out of the bag there, making up a couple of tenths of a second. And we may even have knocked out the World Championship leader, Lewis Hamilton. Let's have a little look. Yes, we do. Hamilton out in 11th place on the soft tyres, but look how close the times are. Fernando Alonso leading the way, but the top 10 split by half a second. Lewis Hamilton missing out on Q3. Sebastian Vettel also. Well, this is going to be a cracking chase for pole position. Well, here we come then. Round the final corner as we look to set our pole position challenge time, and it is pole position.
Fantastic.
Wow, wow, I was not expecting that. We've pulled out our best lap, we've left it till the end, and we've pulled out a fantastic pole position.
It's time to
just over a tenth ahead of our teammate Max Verstappen, but the McLarens are splitting us. Wow, what a lap.
Tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
And there you go, once again, leaving everything on the table till Q3. We set just 1 lap in there because we had 1 set of tyres left. Those were the ones that we switched on the best. And, well, look at that, a 129.1 to get pole position for the Russian Grand Prix.
Welcome along then to Sochi and the Russian Grand Prix, one of 8 cities in the world to play host to both the Olympics and a Formula One race. It's a Grand Prix that's proven difficult to crack for anyone beyond the first 2 rows of the grid in recent years, so let's see if that can change today. It's time to go racing then in the Sochi Autodrome, where the long run down to the heavy braking zone at turn 2 is one of 2 DRS zones around this 3.6-mile circuit. The other, of course, down into turn 13. 18 corners make up a lap here today, with an average speed somewhere in the region of 130 miles an hour. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Let's have a chat about McLaren. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. The captain lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Bottas, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Fernando Alonso, Perez, Gasly, Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel, Stroll, Verstappen, George Russell, and Latifi, Mick Schumacher, Leclerc, Esteban Ocon, and Guan Yu Zhou, Mazepin, and Yuki Tsunoda. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we are then, down on the track, ready to go, and it is going to be...
Let's aim to keep the momentum going.
It is going to be interesting to see what we can do here. Are we going to be able to lead from lights to flag? I don't see any reason why not, really. So let's get out there, let's get going on our formation lap. We've been having some excellent starts recently, but of course...
Good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
But of course it is a pretty OP drag down to the first corner for Norris and Ricciardo behind, and you know, it's well documented our straight line speed isn't the best. We got Bottas in 4th. I think he could well be a big player. Obviously Verstappen has took some sort of engine penalty. He's going to be down in 12th, so this is a really good chance for us today to get ourselves back into the championship. I think we're about 40 points behind Lewis Hamilton in the championship, so if we can win today with the fastest lap, that'll be 26 points towards getting back into this World Championship fight. And I really do think that if we do win today, it's going to be a 3-way battle for the championship for the rest of the season. Only 4 races to go after this, of course. We've got the USA, Mexico, Brazil and Australia. That is going to be really, really exciting. And I cannot wait, even though we just went into the wall. Hopefully that doesn't happen on the actual first lap. Just trying to get these tyres as hot as possible, because we know they're going to be the ones that are cooling down the most. But this is us coming around now, making sure that everything is in order. So here we come, and now we're reforming the grid, and of course we are going to be lining up on pole position. It's going to be Lando Norris alongside us in 2nd, with Daniel Ricciardo in 3rd. Valterri Bottas is starting 4th, with Antonio Giovinazzi in 5th. I think Fernando Alonso is up here as well. He's in 6th. Perez 7th. Gasly 8th. Hamilton 9th. And Sebastian Vettel in 10th. So here we go. Ready and raring to go for the lights. We line up in pole position, and you can see we've stopped just before our yellow box.
Keep an eye on the lights.
We are ready to
The
go.
sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
So, here come the lights. Lights out, away we go here in Russia. It's a decent start off the grid, but of course the second phase of the start is going to be where the action happens. We're in a McLaren sandwich at the moment. We've got Ricciardo on one side. We've got Lando Norris on the other side. Who's going to break first? Into the first corner. We leave space and, well, somehow manage to still be leading the Russian Grand Prix as we've got underway there. Norris has dropped down to 4th place now as Daniel Ricciardo is having a little look round the outside, but we managed to hold position. Giovinazzi now in 3rd place. He's going to be racy today, but somehow we've managed to lead the way out of those first few corners. But that was an excellent start off the grid. We got an excellent getaway, and then they tucked into the slipstream and we were in that McLaren sandwich. But we broke around about the same time as Norris into the corner, but we just had a wider entry, meaning we could carry that little bit more speed, and we do lead after the first couple of sectors of this opening lap. But what is going to happen now for Daniel Ricciardo? Is he going to tuck in behind us and possibly pass us down the straight? This is a key part. We've got to break that 1 second window so that he doesn't get DRS. That's got to be the key in these opening laps. Of course, he has got the dirty air. He's not going to be able to follow us too closely, but he is right behind us as we start the 2nd lap of this Russian Grand Prix. And there you go, Daniel Ricciardo right behind. We've got ERS enabled. We're going to swing over to the inside. But yeah, he's not made any inroads there, so now we're settled in. Hopefully that means we can hold position. Well, lap 4 of this Grand Prix, and Daniel Ricciardo has got DRS behind us, but he isn't managing to really make any inroads with it at the moment. We seem to be fairly well set up in a straight line for once, and we are managing to stay ahead of him for now, which is really, really good. And coming into the pits next lap, so keep an eye on the times. If we feel like we want to come in this lap and get a bit of an undercut, then maybe we will do that. Right, we're going to come into the pits a lap early here because Daniel Ricciardo was close enough, and I think he would have passed us with DRS. So we come into the pit lane on lap 4, really trying to make sure that we're back out ahead of him.
Go now.
And hopefully, because we're avoiding the madness of the pit stops, we're in clear air. We should be able to have a cracking outlap. I think this could be a bit of a genius move. So here we go. Once again, we're underway in this Russian Grand Prix. Got some brand new tyres on. Let's get out there and smash it. It's hammer time now. Daniel Ricciardo in the pit lane. We've set a purple middle sector. Final sector, not quite as good. But there he is, leaving the pit lane now. And this is how far in front we are. That was a stroke of genius, really. Because we've now come back out in front and comfortable on these tyres, and got out of the 1 second window, which I think is going to be crucial in this race, getting out of that DRS zone. And now he really is in the turbulent air of us, so I think that's great. So there you go, past this lap of the race on our 2nd lap on these tyres, and yeah, I think we're in a very good position now. Lando Norris coming out of the pit lane, but we are 2 seconds ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, who was, of course, the person we were battling for the lead. So we've got to stick to that sort of gap for the rest of this Grand Prix, and I think we will be absolutely fine. We should have 25, maybe 26 points in the bag. Well, we got a safety car.
Which has resulted in lots of...
We have got a safety car. I'm not entirely sure what has happened out there. It looks like we've had an engine failure. I don't think... Oh, has there been... Yes, there has been an incident. Yeah. Well, there you go. I was going to say, I don't think there's been an incident, but...
speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
What that does potentially mean is that those guys at the front of the queue may well be able to drop in and out of the pit lane quicker than we can get round. This is going to be very, very close. But this also brings down Daniel Ricciardo's gap. Come on. So here we come. We need to get past Hamilton. We need to get past Hamilton, and we are past. Whew. That was close. That was close. But we are going to catch up to the safety car now. And, well, it's Bottas that is now in second place. And there you go. That is how close it was, because he's come in between ourselves and Daniel Ricciardo.
We're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
But now we are leading this Grand Prix. We are right behind the safety car. We're ready to take it on. The rest of this Grand Prix. Bottas is now favourite, you would say.
Until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
The safety car in this lap, so we've got to pick the moment that we absolutely go for it, so that we try and stay in front of Valtteri Bottas. Of course, we've got to make sure that we stay far enough back that we don't overtake the safety car. And we're underway once again in this Russian Grand Prix. And that wasn't too bad a getaway. I don't think. We got to stay over to the inside, because Bottas will have probably better straight line speed, but we have shown that we're well capable of staying in front of those guys, and we are still in front with 4 laps to go now. We're in front of Bottas, and we survived the restart, which I think was the key. But remember, he's going to have fresher tyres than us, and it's all going to be about
There's 4 laps
whether he's going to be able to make the move on us down that main straight, I think.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
So we've got 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix, and Valtteri Bottas does have DRS behind, but he's not making any impact, just like Daniel Ricciardo at the start of the Grand Prix. He's really struggling to get close enough to be able to pass us. So as long as we keep all these 4 wheels on the track, we don't get any penalties, we don't do anything stupid.
Laps of fuel left.
I think we are going to be picking up that full quota of 26 points, which is absolutely crazy, considering that we only just scraped through to Q3. But getting pole position, getting that good start has really been the key here. But Bottas is pretty close this time. And with DRS, is he going to be able to do it? Well, he has a little look. But we're going to have the inside line.
We need to stay on form.
Although we go a little bit deep, Ricciardo's gone past as well. We managed to stay ahead of him. We will have DRS on Valtteri Bottas. So has it been actually a blessing in disguise, because our straight line speed has actually been pretty good.
Final lap of the
so
race.
Here we go. DRS is enabled. We've got ERS as well. But no luck there. And actually, we've just found that it's exactly the same as when other people were trying to pass us, but Bottas with the fresher tyres was able to get close enough. And I don't think we're going to get there. Although we are going to try everything. DRS enabled.
The There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Well, we're closing in on him. We're going to have massive overspeed. Oh, we made contact. Oh, but we are through. Now then, we've lost a bit of our front wing. Are we going to be able to get through these final couple of corners? Oh, a little bit of understeer, but I think we're going to be okay. We're going to come round the final corner and win the Russian Grand. No, we're not.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
We went wide, and just like last year, we went wide at the final corner and got the penalty. That is so harsh. Oh my god.
Another superb Russian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
All we had to do was keep all 4 wheels on the track around that final corner, but for the second year in a row, we lose out because of the penalty. Oh, that's gutting. That is gutting. We should have won that. We had fastest lap as well.
So let's review the updated driver's standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, my driver of the day has to be Charles Leclerc. He was unstoppable out on the track today, weaving through the competition with ease.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, I suppose, you know, in retrospect, we would have got a penalty for the way we overtook Valtteri Bottas, more than likely. So I guess we've got our just desserts, really. But that is devastating, because after the safety car period, we were running away with it, and it was just a very good exit out of one corner for Bottas that got him into the lead. I don't think he would have done it otherwise, and oh, what a shame. What a shame that is. And if you look at the race director, I wonder what our final lap was. It would have been deleted anyway, probably. Well, it was a 1:32.7, so there you go. But that, yeah, penalty and warning, there you go. That is devastating, and it was on that safety car restart lap that we actually got our second warning, I believe. Let's have a little look. Yes. So, but there you go. Oh no. Yeah, the other one was for collision with Norris, which I feel was a little bit harsh. We both got a warning for that. Definitely a racing incident. Ricciardo got a warning as well in that first corner, but what a shame. What a shame that is to finish 5th. But what it does mean is we have closed the gap a little bit to the top 2 guys. We are still 32 points behind. We would have closed the gap by a lot more had we won the race. Another 15 points in there, and we'd have been 1 point behind Max Verstappen. But it is a very good result for us. And as a team, only 27 behind Mercedes going into the final 4 races. So that is where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.